Hello people of the internet! Welcome, I am KICdude, and today I'm not really going to do a Let's Play. Typically I do Let's Plays on this channel, but for whatever reason, I don't know if you saw my Minecraft Let's Play, but it doesn't seem to be working. Oh, by Minecraft I mean, No Man's Sky, the almost Minecraft game that almost started on my desktop, that runs basically everything that I run, and then a bit more. So people probably can say, hey, look, you probably weren't doing everything right, but Total Biscuit has been saying it, a lot of people have been saying it, that even if they're running it with like Titan specs, it still doesn't do nearly as well as, like, I run GTA with almost max settings on my PC, and I'm basically fine. But whatever. What this video is, well, while I'm a musician, I like to entertain while doing my music. I would like to essentially, right now, what I'm doing is basically I want to show you guys a little bit of my process with what comes with that. You know, like my process in which, you know, I do all my music, and you will see it. I mean, I don't really have a problem with it at all whatsoever, because you know it's pretty sweet actually. I take a lot of pride in the process that I have, and I think it's pretty sweet. I don't think that if for a second it turns out that that I have anything wrong with it. You may see for the beginning a little bit more flickering and a little bit less stuff that is appealing to the eye. I will put little stuff here and there, you know, like maybe there's a panda in the upper right hand corner. I don't know. Future me will decide if it's a panda, banana, or even a dolphin. Look, it's a dolphin. Future me better not try to trick myself from the past. I don't like future me sometimes. Anyways, basically what I'm saying is that this video is more of my process. What you see on the video is how I actually do and go ahead and make my music. And if you guys don't know, well, I make music. You know, I do a lot more. Music stuff than I did in the past, and I do have a website you can go to purchase my music if you would like to purchase my music. Now, I'm saying you shouldn't. I'm not saying you should go and do that, but I'm saying maybe you should go ahead and give it a look-see. You know, you guys can always go. I always announce it at the end of the video, so you guys, when the end of the video comes, you guys will know. Well, what I'm saying, but basically what this video will be now is just me ranting on how No Man's Sky, the almost Minecraft game, is basically almost running on my PC. It starts, but it doesn't exactly, you know, go the full length. I'm saying that because it doesn't really even do half the things it's promoting. You know, it doesn't start. For one thing, I bought a $60 game and it doesn't even start. You know, back in the cassette days, if you didn't perform to standard, you would be you know, I don't know how to say this, you'd be fired. Your stuff wouldn't work as well as you would think you would. Unfortunately, yeah, I remember something that happens in this video. You'll see it, but I'm gonna zoom in on it when it happens. But essentially, what I'm gonna go ahead and say is, when you make a video game, right? This goes to any studio. Why don't you, like, you know, especially for a game that was on a Sony console game, right? There it is, right there. A Sony console game. Essentially, what are you trying to do? First off, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to go ahead and say, listen, you're really not important to me because guess what? I didn't do it. I kind of had to, you know, I worked it all the time for the Sonys, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter, okay? That's what I'm saying right now. It does not matter. Whether you are making a video game, you have to make sure if it's available for more than one place, make sure it's good for more than one place. It's at least my point of view. And most people will say, well, right now, especially when I'm doing this, people will ask, because I do the voice, I do the voice modulation. It's very easy actually. And the reason why I do it is just to mask my voice, to make me sound a little bit different than most of the other YouTubers, to give myself more of a persona, more than just having a face on a channel, you know? I put a lot of effort to my YouTube videos, and people don't think about that, but I do a lot for this YouTube channel, and I do put a lot of music up for free, essentially. Because while I do have a personal website where I can do it. Oh, look, it's over. I do have a personal website where I can go ahead and do all of my stuff and post my music as long as I want. It doesn't really matter when I can't personally go and say, listen, I need you to go ahead and buy my music. If I had a following, basically, it'd be better. But right now I have like 4 or 5 songs up on my website that really nobody buys, but it's up there if people want to purchase them. So that's the kind of why I'm making this video. Like, I show you my process. You know, most musicians don't really show their process. They show the end result. Like most famous people, you know, you don't hear the voice cracks of maybe Katy Perry. You know, all this stuff that you don't probably see, but you know it's there because of reasons. You know, it's, you know for a fact that, you know, not all vocal people are going to be great. All vocal people are going to be just, you know, spot on every single time. While they may practice at their home, nobody is perfect to that point, you know. What else was I going to say? Well, you know, really what it comes down to when you make anything really is your process. I like watching speed draws or speed arts or whatever they're freaking called. Oh yeah, look at that. Freaking program bugged out on me twice in a row. Check this out. It's going to come up here right now. Again. I did something dumb twice, so I decided to, because I wanted to mess around with an instrument and it didn't work. Anyways, basically it's a small tidbit song. If you guys want to, we'll put it up together with the video, and it'll be up the link right there. The link will be right there. If you guys want to see it, it'll be in the upper right hand corner. From here, the remainder of it, but basically it's just a small. It's basically what is running to the background. I do have music that I would love to be able to do, but unfortunately right now with time constraints I won't be able to do it. You know, I make most of my songs, most of my music, it takes about me 2 or 3 days to even make the concept, and then if I want to mastery and then all this other stuff that goes on top of it, that I want to tweak, I want to work on it, I want to work on much more things, much bigger things, but sometimes you don't even get to do that. You know, you don't even get a chance to. While I like doing stuff like that, I love working with people. I would love to work with some of the people that I even I went to music. You know, I went in there and I asked them, hey, listen, bro, one day when we part ways or something, I would love to work with you. You know, and even then I was it was real. I wasn't hesitant. It was more like on their side. They were like, you know, well, yeah, sure. Why not? Well, I don't see why not. I mean, we both are talented musicians. I don't see why we wouldn't be able to do so, you know. But unfortunately, our paths haven't crossed in like years. And I know him. We always chat up on Facebook. But unfortunately, when it comes down to it, there's not enough time because he's always busy. You know, he actually, you know, while he's already up there with the people who are making money off of music, I'm still working my way through it, you know. And he will tell me 100%, and he's 100% right. If I started when I was in high school like he did, it would be great. But you know, I decided to do something else first, and then go ahead and do everything else. Kind of a bad decision on my part, if I do say so. But to be fair, it's fine. But really, what it comes down to is really the process, you know. I take a lot of professionalism when it comes into if I work with anybody, you know. A while back there was this YouTuber called what was his name? I can't remember his screen name. It was like, because I know he's like Toxic Senpai on Twitter. That's the reason. The Toxic Doctor. That's the guy. That guy, he asked me for a music, and I was like, all right, sure, I'll make you some music. Unfortunately, he didn't like my style of music, which is, you know, a little bit more, I would say pixely, more like retro style stuff. And while it may not be everybody's cup of tea, it's surely my cup of tea. I love making that stuff. Unfortunately, it doesn't land on everybody's tongue. It doesn't land on everybody's scale. But I have been trying to broaden my scope artistically. You know, it isn't fun when you are trying to basically make your own stage and you only can do one thing. You know, like it's not fun when you go to a puppet act and, you know, like if you Jeff Dunham wouldn't be half the person he was if he didn't already have like 6 or 7 or 8, you know, all these different personas that he's obviously taking time and consideration and while doing it, you know. Um, right now you're gonna notice through the end of some of these stuff, I try to it gets longer and longer, more progressive. You don't see a lot of the stuff, but yeah, you do see a lot of the process. You don't see the fact that music takes time to listen to. So that's why people think like, oh, you can make music quick. Yeah, well, if you're really bumming around about it, it's not as easy as most people would think it is, because people think, oh well, he's an artist, he's gifted. Well, you got to think about this, right? For every artist that does music or does something professional like this, there is, I guarantee you, one or two people that will say, well, I can recreate that in a few seconds. Well, that means that there's someone who's gifted and there's someone who really had to work hard to make that music, you know. One of my friends, Xavier, I don't know if what his handle is. He'll be right there. It's right there. That's his handle on I guess. Well, no, I don't even know his handle. Wow, I'm gonna have to ask my friend for his handle. But yeah, he basically his process is way harder than mine, because he can recreate songs and it will show up as it is. Like Google will recognize it as the original song, which is amazing, which means that boy is talented. And I have to admit that I can't even get to the point where I can recreate a song, because I'm too busy working on my own personal style that I worry too much. It's a little bit different, you know. I wish it was easier to make music. I wish it was easier to you know, express your stuff through the song stuff, but it's actually not that not. It's not hard, but it's not easy, I guess. It sounds like me complaining being a musician, but really, even being a musician is a little bit difficult, because you have to have the footwork to get up there too, man. But that's a whole different topic for a whole different day. Like seriously, there's nothing wrong with being a musician besides the fact that the climb is super steep. There is almost no no remorse from the people who are on the top. The people who are on the top are like, yeah, well, there's a bunch of musicians, but I'm up here. Who the heck cares about them? Well, it's almost the same mentality with almost every YouTuber now, right? Like, almost every YouTuber's like, well, I'm on the top. Who cares about the people on the bottom? I'm eating grapes. Yeah, no. It kind of sucks when you have to really bite your tongue on these things. But I guess that's all the time I have for right now. If you guys like what you see, love me, and I'll love you back, because I will see you guys next time.